In today's farm report, spring planting may be hectic when it comes to getting equipment ready and seeing if the fields are ready to be put into plant. But as Emily Wilmus with the University of Minnesota Extension Service Office explains, it's good to always keep your head on a swivel.
Spring planting is just around the corner for farmers across the country. Growing up on a farm and now working with farmers, I know that spring can be a hectic time with planning, weather watching, and taking gambles on when to actually plant. Just like in autumn, these demanding times for farmers can lead to long days and tired bodies and minds. That combination can lead to poor farm safety, which can lead to farm accidents. I know it may seem like I'm always talking about safety, but it seems like I can never talk about it enough. Farming is one of the most hazardous occupations in the country, and already this year we have lost some good farmers in tragic accidents. By being cognizant of the dangers of farming and taking the proper safety precautions, more of these accidents can be prevented. An often overlooked component of farm safety is taking care of yourself. You are the first step in having a safe farm, and taking care of yourself will ensure that you are able to maintain it. There are some days on the farm that never seem to end, and it's easy to say, just one more thing. But don't exhaust yourself. Be sure you get enough sleep and rest. If you are in the tractor or combine all day, take some short breaks to refresh yourself. Make sure you are eating enough and eating the right stuff. Eating a breakfast in the morning and make sure to take a break for lunch as well. Avoid too many sugary snacks or beverages as they can lead to a sugar crash. Farming can be stressful and days can be busy, but slow down and don't rush. Don't skip a pre-field equipment inspection or hurry through a task so quickly a gate gets left open. Keeping a level head and working at a reasonable pace will prevent slip-ups, which will only slow you down. In addition, think about your mental health. Accept the things that are outside of your control, such as feed and milk prices, market demand, weather, and other people. Don't stress over aspects that you cannot change. If you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or even depressed, don't ignore it. Minnesota Farm Advocates and the Minnesota Farmer Assistance Network are groups that offer counseling, legal advice, and a help hotline. Minnesota Farm Advocates can be reached at 1 800 967 2474. The Minnesota Farmer Assistance Network's number is 1 877 898 6326. Safety is important on any farm all year round, not just during one season. Don't ignore your personal health as you hold the keys to keep your farm a safe and happy place every day of the year. This is Emily Wellness with University of Minnesota Extension.
House Republicans introduced legislation on Monday that would force federal agencies to kill and then replace a proposed rule to redefine what streams, wetlands, and other areas are regulated under the Clean Water Act. The House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee plans to vote today on the bill, the Regulatory Integrity Protection Act, kicking off what is likely to be a year-long struggle with the Obama administration over the future of the rule to define waters of the United States. Transitioning the farm to a new generation or a new owner can seem like a simple task, but if pre-planning is not done, it can be frustrating. Emily Wilmus with the University of Minnesota Extension Service Office shares some tips and resources to help transition the farm to the next set of owners.
One of my favorite things about farming is the strong presence of family in the business. While it can certainly be challenging at times, I think it is a wonderful tradition when farms can be passed from one generation to the next. However, all sentiments aside, a farm is still a business, and when moving the farm from one person to the next, or deciding the future of the farm, you are making a business decision. Farm transfer and estate planning can seem overwhelming, but if you educate yourself early, you can feel more prepared in taking the necessary steps to take on this big task. There is a lot of great information about farm transfer and estate planning on the Agricultural Business Management page of the University of Minnesota Extension website. You can find it at www.extension.umn.edu/agriculture/business. I'd like to highlight some key tools that you can find on that page. Ag Transitions is a free online tool that guides farmers and ranchers through the process of developing a written business transfer or succession plan. You can develop your own transition plan, learn what you need to include in your plan with tips and resources, stimulate multi-generational discussions, share your plan with family members and your transition team, and interact with reviewers, such as your business advisors, educators, or consultants, for feedback and assistance. Another useful piece of information on the ABM webpage is about homestead classification. You can learn how farm families can maintain homestead classification on their farmland in order to remain eligible for the Minnesota estate tax exclusion on qualified farmland. The downloadable handout includes multiple land ownership scenarios, making it easy to understand. Two other great tools on the Ag Business Management webpage are the Transitioning the Farm Business series and the Estate Planning series. The first is a 12-part series that covers the various aspects of transitioning the farm business to the next generation. The second is a 12-part series that covers the various aspects of personal estate planning. All 24 parts of the two series are available for download as PDFs through the website. Again, all of these resources I mentioned are available at www.extension.umn.edu/agriculture/business. The key step in making the process of farm transfer and estate planning a smooth process is educating yourself on your options. If you have any questions about these resources, call me at the Stearns County Extension Office at 320-255-6169. This is Emily Wilmus with University of Minnesota Extension.
It's a very difficult situation. It's one that we're very much on top of.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Chief Veterinarian, Dr. John Clifford, talking about the outbreaks of high-path avian influenza, the latest as of Monday, a confirmation in Wisconsin of the first commercial chicken flock to come down with this H5N2 strain. Up to now, it's just been in turkeys. Clifford says the virus is being spread by waterfowl on the south to north flyways, but in Minnesota, there have been many cases spread well away from the known flyway, leading investigators to at least consider the possibility of the disease being spread flock to flock.
Hopefully that's not the case, but we haven't answered that question yet.
So far, he says we have 28 confirmed outbreaks in commercial poultry flocks around the country, but as of late Monday,
we have 5 suspect flocks that we're currently still investigating, and we have 2 that are pending confirmation at our National Veterinary Services Laboratory. All 7 of those current flocks are in the state of Minnesota.
In Washington, Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.